So it has been about 2 weeks since we got the new Adventure Awaits expansion pack, and honestly, I've had some mixed feelings about this pack. Don't get me wrong, I do think the idea of getaways is really cool, but realistically, most of my Sims are not going to be contestants on Survivor or MasterChef. So today I wanted to see if I could use the getaway system for something that's just a little more realistic in my Sim's everyday life. So this is the Sim that we're going to be playing with today. His name is Kevin, and Kevin is unfortunately recently divorced. You can also definitely tell that he has an ailment right now. I don't know what's been going on with my game and Enchanted by Nature. I think I might be turning Balance and Imbalance off soon because everyone's just been getting ailments. He has literally had like 3 different ailments since he got divorced like 2 days ago. But we're just going to try to ignore his ailments for the best that we can, and we are going to be trying to use the new getaway system with Adventure Awaits to play out a joint custody situation. Now, I've already done something like this before with the club system from Get Together, and it worked out pretty well. I was able to start a club with my Sims kids. They would come over to the house and just kind of do like life activities like homework and eating and showering and watching TV and stuff like that. And I'm hoping I can do something even a little more detailed using the getaway system. So Kevin has 2 daughters with his ex-wife Rachel, and they obviously live at her house, but their names are Devin and Savannah, and they're going to be coming over to hang out with Devin just on the weekends. Okay, so I tried to set up a getaway for them to hang out on the weekends, so I think this is going to work out. It's going to recur weekly, and it's going to start on Friday. So it should start at 7 p.m. on Friday, and then they leave at 7 p.m. on Sunday. I think this is how it's going to work. And then basically for the schedule, I kept it pretty simple. We just have breakfast in the morning, have free time all throughout the day, and then dinner, and then go to sleep and like shower and stuff like that. So I can kind of show you guys a little bit more detailed what the schedule looks like. I really tried to not fill it up that much. So they basically have like a main activity for each time slot, which obviously for breakfast is like having breakfast. And then their extra activities are just free time, which I think is going to let them just kind of do whatever they want, which is really what I would like. And then for their like big chunk of the day free time, obviously free time is their main activity. And then for the parent, I kind of just want them to like take care of the kids. So I did the care and mentor children. So hopefully he'll just like interact with them. And then for the kids, I just did like skill building because I figured that could cover a lot of activities and they'll just like use different things in the house. And then like obviously for sleeping, it's just sleeping and taking a shower. And I think that is probably going to be good. Of course, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to pan out in game, but that is what we're here to find out. Okay, so I just put it on the calendar and it does say that it's starting on Thursday. Maybe it's because today is Thursday, and so it kind of just like set it that way. I mean, I guess I don't mind if they come today. I was just going to do Friday so that like they could go to school on Friday, but I guess we'll see. It's 5:30 on Thursday, so they might actually be coming a night early. I guess we're just going to like chill and wait for them to get here, but in the meantime, let me show you guys what the house looks like. I just threw this together. It's like not anything crazy, but I think it's going to work for what we need. So this is just the exterior of the house. It's kind of cabiny. It's kind of cute. I like it. And then in the backyard, I just did like some really basic like swing set, slide, a grill, and a picnic table in case we wanted to like do dinner outside or something. And then inside, so in our front room, we literally just have a chess table. I just thought it would be nice to like have them have another activity to do. This is our very teeny tiny kitchen and dining space. And then in here is kind of like a little office. I just have a desk with the paper craft because I think it would be nice for them to like work on their creative skill and do some paper crafting. This is the dad's bedroom and also like a little half bathroom. And then this is our living room. I think it's really cozy. And we have a little TV and the new video game box. And then upstairs is literally just a bathroom and a bedroom for the 2 girls to share. They're just going to have bunk beds. And I also did get an imaginary friend. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have the child play with the imaginary friend because I don't have control over her. But I mean, we do have it. I don't know if I can like assign it to her or anything. So she might just be decorative. But that is pretty much the entire house. Now, I did get a little pop-up on my phone saying that the getaway was going to be starting, but they're not here. And it is 7 p.m. Oh, wait. Okay, we're starting now. Okay, the getaway's starting. I think they're going to come over. So the kids are here, which is really exciting. And we are in our little 6 o'clock time slot. So we're supposed to be having dinner. And it looks like without me even doing anything, Kevin is going ahead and going to serve a meal, which I am really excited about. Obviously, I have no control over the kids because I'm only controlling Kevin right now. They're not in my household or anything. So I am fully relying on the activities that we set for them to actually like do anything. All right, let's see what Kevin served for dinner. It does not look super appetizing. It is a poor quality mac and cheese, but we are going to go ahead and call it a meal. Hopefully the girls will come and eat it. It looks like they actually might be coming in to to eat it on their own. Oh yeah, we didn't even have to call the meal. Like they just came to eat it on their own. I guess Kevin's also gonna eat it. This does really not look that appetizing, but they are all sitting down for a meal together, which I think is so cute. It does look like we're gonna need to work on Kevin's cooking skill because this is not good. Hopefully we'll have better meals by the end of the weekend. I guess I'm gonna save, I don't even want to save the leftovers. Honestly, they're going right in the sink. I don't want to save those. Aw, and they're hugging. It looks like they're all gonna start like chatting and interacting and stuff like that, which I love. I didn't necessarily tell anybody to clean up, so I don't know if anyone's gonna like autonomously clean up and do the dishes. If not, I can obviously just have Kevin do it. I did just have him off camera in another getaway just so I could kind of like test out how the getaways basically run, and he was pretty much cleaning up everybody's dishes, so at least I can count on him for that. It looks like Devin was very unimpressed with Kevin's meal because she's taking it upon herself to make something else for dinner, which is totally fine, girl. Do your thing. I do not mind. And Kevin also just went to make more food. I think while it's in this like dinner time, they're just going to keep cooking pretty much as they can. So we're going to have a lot of leftover food. I do kind of wish that they understood like once we've served a meal and eaten, like we're good. Like we don't need more food. And did she just like abandon whatever she was cooking? I don't even have a high enough skill level to finish it. All right, I'm gonna clean up what you started cooking because it looks like you kind of just like gave up on that. And our toilet's dirty. I was trying to clean this earlier. I don't know why it like didn't get cleaned earlier, but we'll go ahead and clean that. But now it is 10 o'clock, so they are going in to sleep. So we should be like taking showers and going to sleep. Hopefully they know what beds they're supposed to go in. Do I have to like assign these to them? It looks like it just assigned automatically because they're here for the getaway. So Devin's gonna be on the bottom bunk and Savannah is gonna be on the top. That is totally fine with me. And then this is obviously Kevin's bed, which I had never set to be his either. So it looks like it just automatically did it exactly the way that I wanted. Okay, so Kevin is asleep and Devin is also asleep. Savannah is still just sitting in the kitchen staring at her bowl, which, you know, it's the weekend. She doesn't have to go to bed right now, but hopefully she will eventually go and go to bed. Oh, and we're getting burgled. Okay, this was not the plan. This was not the plan. Hold on, let me go confront the burglar. Can you stop it? You are getting in the way of my plan. You gotta go. You gotta go. This is not the vibe. You are not the vibe. Okay, I think she left. That was really, really weird. Didn't like that. But we're gonna go back to sleep. Also, just a little update. It is 4:30 in the morning and Savannah finally decided to go to bed. But you know what? If she's a night owl, I respect it. Okay, it looks like everybody is back in bed and breakfast is at 7 o'clock. So I'm thinking at 7, they'll probably start to wake up. Okay, the girls definitely got up. Kevin did not get up yet, but I am gonna wake him up and have him go serve breakfast. Hopefully this goes better than dinner. Okay, so he should be making eggs and toast. Let's get rid of this because that had clearly gone bad. It does look like the girls are also just like helping themselves to the fridge, which obviously I don't have a problem with. I am making breakfast though. Oh, it looks like Devin is also making breakfast. She's like, you know what, Dad? I know you don't know how to cook. Aw, and Savannah and Kevin can get a jokester dynamic. Yes, I'm loving that. I'm glad we're having a good time. Okay, so I think because we're on a getaway, it is Friday, but I don't think they're going to be going to school. Obviously, I don't mind right now because like they can miss a day of school, but if I was gonna do this every single week, I would like to adjust it so that they only came on Saturday and Sunday, or like came on Friday night when I originally had planned it for, because I don't want them to be missing every single Friday of school. Also, it looks like nobody finished any of the breakfast they were making, and we all just decided to have leftovers. And now it's already free time. It's like 10 a.m. So we didn't really have breakfast, but honestly, the Sims do not need to eat like 3 meals a day. They're fine, but I probably will have him try to finish those eggs anyway. What is happening? Oh my gosh, I think because of this ailment that he has, like the gnomes are coming and messing up pretty much my entire life. Is that why all my stuff has been like breaking and getting so gross? Okay, I did not mean for this to be an Enchanted by Nature Let's Play at all, but these ailments, as I'm sure you guys know, are just out of control. So it looks like we're gonna be spending a lot of the day just fixing all this up. It does look like Devin has been helping, which is really nice of her, but hopefully Savannah knows she can just like go do her own thing and play. Like she does not need to get involved in this mess. And I don't even have enough money for him to like go get the ailment cured. That costs like $1,500 and I don't even have $1,000. So it looks like we're just stuck with this ailment. Another thing that I don't love about this getaway setup is that I do earn money from hosting it. So I get $140 from having my kids here for the day, which obviously I don't need my sim to get paid for. I'm sure there's other getaway setups that you wouldn't necessarily want to get paid for, like if you're having your family or friends over. But in this case, it is kind of fun to imagine that it's like the child support payment because we like have the kids for this amount of time. And it says, keep in mind, guests who feel well cared for and socially connected are more likely to leave you a tip. See, that's the thing that I don't want, is like, I don't want my kids to be tipping me for having them over at the house. But I do want them to feel well cared for. So I don't know. We're just going to have to ignore that part of it. Honestly, he kind of doesn't need the money also. But I do kind of wish there was a way to like turn off getting paid for the getaway. Like, I don't want anybody to pay me. I don't want my kids to pay me for coming over to my house. Also, my house is covered in garbage from these gnomes. And I think literally everything is broken. Like, I know this is not supposed to be about the ailment. It's not supposed to be like an enchanted by nature thing. But this is just like really taking over my entire day. I do feel bad. It's like Savannah's not really doing much on her own. Devin kind of has been. She's just been like helping clean up and deal with this mess, which I do feel bad about that too. But Savannah's just kind of been like standing there. And there are so many things that she should be doing during this time, building all these different skills and all that kind of stuff and just having free time. And yet she's just standing there. I do kind of wish she was like playing or something. I know if I like had my sim do something with her, like talk with her, play with her, swing with her, she would go do that. But like, I kind of wish that she just went like off on her own to do stuff because I'm busy. It looks like she finally is going over to do paper craft. It did kind of take her a while to do that. We've been having free time since 10 a.m. and it was like 2:45 when she started, but I am glad that she is going and doing something. That does make me happy. Okay, well, we still are working on fixing everything up, but it is dinner time and it looks like Devin has made her way into the kitchen to finish the breakfast that Kevin had started. She's actually been really good at like cooking and having a meal whenever it was dinner time. And now we do have eggs and toast for breakfast, which honestly, I'm fine with that. It doesn't really matter to me. So let's take a break from fixing everything up and go and have some dinner. It looks like Savannah is going to come eat with us as well, which is really sweet. I love when they have their little family meal time. Oh, now he's having a chat with both of them. I love that. They're having like a little family dinner chat and the rest of the day they can just like act normal and like do their own thing. I do think I like the getaway a lot better for doing like a little shared custody weekend kind of thing, better than the club system with Get Together. I just felt like when I did this with the club system, the Sims didn't really interact as much. They were just like doing the activities I told them to do, which was like sleeping and showering and eating and stuff like that. But I felt like they didn't have as much just like downtime interacting and doing their own thing as they are with the getaways. So I do actually think that moving forward, if I'm going to do gameplay like this, I will do it with the getaways instead of the clubs. Okay, it is nighttime. It looks like the girls are going to sleep. Devin is already asleep and Savannah is going up to bed. I am gonna let them sleep and then tomorrow I'd like them to do more like family activities together. Even if it's just like playing video games or something or watching a movie, I'd like them to have like a little more time together and not just spend the whole day like cleaning things up and fixing stuff. I'm also just gonna jump in and interrupt this video real quick. As you guys know, I am a part of the EA Creator Network and with that I get something called a creator code. Basically what this code is a way for you guys to help financially support me when you're buying games on the EA app. So all you have to do is use code simmingshannon in the promo code box at checkout when you're buying Sims games. Using this code gives me a small commission off your purchase and it really helps support me and my content and makes videos like this possible. So thank you so much to everyone who's been using code simmingshannon. I really appreciate it. And with all that being said, let's get back into the video. It's breakfast time and of course it looks like Devin is getting started on a meal for us, which is totally fine by me. I'm interested to see what she ends up making for breakfast. Okay, it looks like breakfast today is going to be tofu tacos, which is not exactly what I would have for breakfast, but I guess if you had eggs and toast for dinner yesterday, you can have dinner for breakfast today. Okay, so like I said, for free time today, I would like to actually do something together. Maybe I can have like Savannah go on the swings with me or something. I'm gonna go ahead and ask Savannah to swing with me. Let's see if she goes over. It looks like she is coming over and we're gonna like swing together for a little bit. I know we have a lot of swing sets in the game now in different packs. I do really like the one that came with adventure weights, but I do kind of wish that we would get one in the base game at this point. Swing sets first came out with seasons, which was like years ago. And since then we have gotten them in so many different packs. So it's not really like one of those features that's like special and like hidden behind a pack anymore. When they added hot tubs into the base game, it was kind of a big deal because they were only ever available in Perfect Patio. You had to have Perfect Patio to get a hot tub. And then they put one in the base game for the 20th anniversary and it was ugly, and people were a little upset about that. And not for nothing, but the whole point of Perfect Patio was that you were getting a hot tub. Like, that is the only reason anybody bought that pack. So people were a little upset when it went into the base game, but I don't think swing sets are like that. Like, I don't think anybody bought Seasons just to get a swing set. And at this point, it's in so many other packs that I think it's probably fine. It is time we get one in the base game. All right, we've got a couple more hours of free time and I would like to do another activity with them. Maybe they'll want to like play a multiplayer video game together. I'm going to see if both of them want to play and maybe we can all like hang out in the living room and play video games together. Oh, cute. They're all playing. Wait, and these controllers with the new like video game console that we got are so cute and so retro. I don't know if all of the other video game consoles have different controllers or not. For some reason, I thought they were all the same, but now I'll have to pay attention to it because these ones are so retro and so cute. If you guys missed it, this is the new video game console that we got. It's obviously like very retro. It's supposed to be like super nostalgic, and that is definitely what they did with the controllers for this as well. I think that's such a cute feature. Like, this is exactly what I wanted, was just them hanging out, having fun as a family over the weekend. I think this is so sweet, and I'm so glad that we can make this happen. Oh no, it says that Kevin rage quit from being a sore loser. Okay, I guess he didn't have as much fun as I thought they were having, but now I think I'm gonna give them the rest of the afternoon to just kind of do whatever they want until it's time for dinner. Oh, and they just played rock, paper, scissors. That is so cute. I forgot that we can do that. I actually haven't had a sim play rock, paper, scissors yet. How do I get them to start that? Oh, okay, we can play rock, paper, scissors or hide and seek. Okay, I'm going to do a best out of 3 rock, paper, scissors with Savannah. And all Sims actually now have the option to set their rock, paper, scissors preference. I've set his as rock, so he is going to normally go for rock, although he may also do other ones sometimes. Okay, it looks like Savannah just beat me once. Ooh, okay, so between losing in the video games and also just losing to Savannah in rock, paper, scissors, it looks like Kevin is getting especially focused on winning and takes losing to heart. Being the best might just be who he is, so is he going to get the competitive trait? And I am absolutely going to go for this because this is actually a very like dynamic trait. So when your sim has the competitive trait, they also get something called competitive spirit. And this basically determines like whether or not they're a sore loser or a sore winner. So right now, Kevin has bad competitive spirit, which means he'll rage about losing and over celebrate a win or kind of just like brag a little bit. I love this though. I wish every sim was able to get competitive spirit and not just have to have the competitive trait. Because I think that's just such like a fun, silly little part of having Sims play games and stuff like that, is caring about how competitive they are. I think that is so funny. So I'm definitely going to be giving a lot of Sims that trait. Okay, but since he is so competitive, let's actually do another best of 3 in the rock, paper, scissors, and maybe he can finally win something. Okay, it looks like he did that one. He did rock and Savannah did scissors. And now it looks like they both did rock. So they're tied. I'm getting like so invested in their rock, paper, scissors. Okay, I think he actually won that one. He won that round of rock, paper, scissors against his daughter, which is kind of mean. But there are some things we can do to improve his competitive spirit and not make him such a sore winner, like encouraging healthy competitive spirit, offering competitive skill tips, or he can even successfully try to contain his rage about losses, which is something I think he is going to need to work on. Oh, it also looks like I can challenge her to a 1v1 in Blick Block Turbo because I have the competitive trait. I wonder what that does. Is that like on the TV video game thing? Oh no, it's on their phones. Wait, that's so funny. And he's literally sweating. He is so concerned about winning this little thing against his daughter on their phones. That is crazy. But I think that's fun that they can play like phone games together too. That is really fun. Oh my goodness. And he just won that. And it says easy win from being a toxic winner. Yes, I could celebrate my wins properly without yelling and bragging. I could regurgitate the words GGWP. I don't know what that means. Does anyone know what that means too? But will I? Not today, suckers. Because he has bad competitive spirit. That is terrible. Like, he was playing games with his own kids. Are you kidding me? But I wonder if we can also do a game of hide and seek because I actually haven't done that yet either. Let's ask, oh, can I have both of them play hide and seek with me? Okay, so I can have both of them play. So it looks like all 3 of us are going to go ahead and play hide and seek. And I've heard that they hide in literally anything. Oh, and we also just got a sentiment from Savannah that says, you're actually pretty cool. I guess grownups aren't always as lame as everyone else says they are. Oh my gosh, stop. The grown-ups can be cool sentiment. That is so funny. All right, it says it's time for hide and seek. Kevin will be the seeker. To pause the game of hide and seek, select Kevin and choose pause looking for hiding sims. Then once ready, select resume looking for hiding sims to finish the game. To fully end the game of hide and seek, select Kevin and choose end hide and seek game. Okay, so is he just like counting right now? Oh, he's peeking. Stop it. It's because he's so competitive. Like, there's no way you should be literally sweating over playing hide and seek, but this guy is just out of his mind competitive, and he is going to go ahead and look for the girls. I actually don't see where they even went, but it does give you this little sparkle if you want to just like have your sim go find them. So one of them is hiding under the bed, but I don't know where the other one is. I'm gonna let him look and find them on his own because he needs to get humbled. It is not okay to be this competitive. Oh, okay, it's looking like he found one. There is somebody under the bed over there. So is he gonna find them? I think he found her. Okay, who was it? Oh, it was Devin. Devin was hiding under the bed. Okay, so where is Savannah? I actually have no idea. I don't see anything else like sparkling. Oh, she's good. She's real good. I don't even know where she is. I actually have no idea. I don't see. Oh, she's in that bed. Okay, she's hiding under the bottom bunk. Okay, it looks like he's going upstairs. She is about to get found. Come out wherever you are. Okay, he definitely found her, right? He must have. Yeah, okay, he found her. That was actually really fun. That was super, super cute. I feel like I'm gonna have my Sims play that a lot. But it is now dinner time. He's gonna go ahead and cook something up on the grill for them so they can have a little bit of dinner before we go to bed. It looks like he grilled up the campfire spuds, and this was actually a new recipe that we just got in the Forever Friends live event that's going on. So if you don't already have this recipe in game, make sure to go do the live event before the time runs out so that you can unlock all the things that come in it. Okay, today was actually a way more fun day. I actually really enjoyed hanging out with them and just chilling at the house and playing games and stuff like that. I really, really loved this, and it looks like we are about to go to bed and have our last day of our getaway. Okay, it is the morning of our last day of this getaway. This has been so, so fun, and it looks like Kevin finally lost his ailment as well, so we can just have a wholesome last day together before they go back to their mom's house for the rest of the week. And I loved how they really have taken care of themselves. They've gone to bed on their own, they've eaten on their own and done all of that stuff. I think if you were playing with like a blended family where you had other kids in the house, this would be a lot of fun too, because everybody could be interacting and like playing games together and all that kind of stuff. I think this is so much fun. And this is definitely a lot more like how I would realistically use these getaways and stuff in my regular gameplay. I just don't always have my Sims going off to be on like the Great British Bake Off, you know what I mean? Most of my Sims are just kind of at home living their lives, and this is something that I could totally use in just regular day-to-day gameplay. And I know I've been comparing this to the club system because that's what I've used in the past to do like custody kind of arrangements, but now that I'm thinking about it, I could also really compare this to like the stayovers that come with growing together. And compared to that, I also totally prefer doing a getaway rather than a stayover. I just feel like with the getaway, I do have a little bit more control over what the routine kind of looks like, and I can kind of play it out like they're living a normal day together. I just don't feel like I have that same level of control over what my guests are like autonomously doing when I do the stayover. I feel like they usually just kind of like sit around and you can like either ask them to relax or help out, but you can't really like dictate what kind of activities you see them autonomously doing. I honestly didn't even think about that feature when I started this video because I just don't use it that often. Like I really don't have my Sims do a whole ton of stayovers, but I could definitely see if I wanted like family to come visit for a week or something like that, I would do it in a getaway instead. I guess the only downside with the getaway is that it counts as like a vacation, so your Sims don't go to school or work, which definitely could be annoying like if you're trying to get promotions and stuff like that and get your kids' grades up, so you couldn't just do a getaway like all of the time. But I think every once in a while for little storylines like this, or even just on the weekends, I think it really, really works. I just love this pack. There are just so many like wholesome little activities, and honestly this pack feels really nostalgic in a lot of ways. Not only in some of the decorative items, I mean, come on, like look at this shelf. Like this is so nostalgic with the kind of like Jenga looking piece right here and all the little board games. And like obviously this table and this kitchen clutter, like it all looks older. It looks so nostalgic, but it really is the activities and the gameplay that does it for me with this pack. Like I love that they can make little paper crafts and decorate the house with them and all of that kind of stuff. I love that we have like a slide and the diving boards and all of that. I do think this pack is so much fun. Gameplay wise, it ranks really, really high for me. I'll have to do another video at some point, like ranking all of the packs and stuff like that, because I haven't really thought about where this sits on my list for like how I feel about all the expansion packs. But I do know that this one is really, really high up for me as somebody who likes family gameplay. Okay, it's our last dinner with them being here. They are leaving in like 15 minutes. Hopefully Devin is able to finish cooking before they have to go, but I am gonna miss them. This was actually really, really sweet. And like I said, I do feel like this is something that I would do with my Sims families all of the time, like pretty much every single weekend. But unfortunately, it is time to end the getaway and let them go back home to their mom's house for the week. And it looks like because we completed many of the main activities for this getaway schedule, we got a new trait called the Taste Refine trait. This must have been because we did so much cooking and eating while they were here for the weekend, but it says Kevin returned from a getaway with a sharpened palate and a love for the culinary. With the Remember Tasty Getaway Memories self-interaction unlocked, he gains a skill boost while cooking, baking, and mixing drinks or repairing objects, and occasionally won't lose hunger or bladder needs as quickly. I wonder how many different ones there are, like depending on what you do on your getaway, but it looks like we're going to be able to remember stuff from our getaway. Wait, that is so cool. I actually didn't know that this was a thing. So if I have him remember this getaway this weekend that he had, now he'll do even better with all the different cooking interactions. And he gets like a little inspired moodlet from that. Wait, that's really cool. I actually didn't know that that was a thing, but I actually really, really like that. And it's so funny because like he was not the one cooking during this getaway. Devin pretty much did all the actual good cooking and he just made like a nasty mac and cheese. But I do think that is a really, really cool feature. But we are going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. Let me know what you guys thought of using the getaway for kind of like a custody situation like this. Obviously, these getaways and the custom venues we got in this pack are so customizable and there are so many different things that you can be doing with them. So if you do have the pack already, definitely let me know what kind of getaways you have been hosting as well. Like I said, I actually feel like this worked out really, really well, far better than any time I've tried to do something like this with the club system or with stayovers. So I'm actually pretty happy with this getaway that we had. And if you haven't had a chance to get your hands on the Adventure Weights pack yet or any other Sims DLC that you've been thinking about buying, make sure to use my code simmingshannon at checkout on the EA app to help support me and my content and make videos like this possible. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to see more of my face all the time, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are both simmingshannon. And as always, let me know what other videos you want to see from me as well. I'm pretty much open to making any kind of Sims 4 video that you guys want to see. And with all that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up here, you guys. I hope you have a slaytastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.